Good morning, my friends. I'm refreshed. I'm a different MacMaster to last night, aren't I? Because I've had about 6 hours sleep. I wasn't the only one in the room, by the way. Worked that one out. And I was the only human being in the room. Probably a few other creatures in there. I didn't lift the mattress. However, at €60 for the night, and I got there at sort of like midnight. It did the job. There's a shower, you know, there's a bed. What more do you want? Anyway, we're going to hit the road. I do need a coffee and a little snackette for breakfast because I haven't bothered getting any in the hotel, so I just want to hit the road. We've got about 7.5 hours now to get to Calais ferry terminal, which is about 400 odd miles. I'll let you know in the car when I put the sat nav on in there. I'm pondering now whether to get the ferry tonight or tomorrow morning. Get to Calais, get a hotel, relax, rest up a little bit, do a little bit of editing, and then get up early in the morning and catch the early morning ferry, and then just go all the way back up north in the UK. But that's the dilemma I've got at the moment. We shall see, because we never know what today might bring. When you have an electric car, it's not quite that straightforward, because not everything goes to plan. If you are new to the channel, by the way, do me a favour, if you do like the content, then do hit the subscribe button. I assure you it will not cost you a penny, and it pushes this content out to other people, and I'll keep making more of it. So we're going to get in the car, make a stop, and as I said, there is a charger here, by the way, over there, but I haven't charged it overnight because I'd put charging down the road there and we've got enough to get to the next charge point, so I didn't bother, didn't want to block it. So I know all the evangelists are going, should be charging while you're sleeping. Well, it's a fast charger and I don't want to block it, and I got in, couldn't be bothered messing around. We'll go to the next one when I have a coffee, so all's good at the moment. Anyway, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Well, that worked out all right, actually. I did actually contemplate sleeping in the car at the services, because I thought, well, there was somebody else there in a van and they'd got their head down. I thought, you know what, no, that's going to be no good. I need to get a kip, I need to have a shower, I need to have a good sleep. So I feel refreshed. We have got now in total 769 kilometers left to go. It's now 8:15 in the morning. It says we're going to get there at 4:27 in the afternoon. We've got 280 kilometers of range left, and we don't have to stop till charge, it says, until another 216 kilometers. However, what I may do is, if I do see a services, then I may pull over and charge, because I need a coffee. So I'm sure the evangelists will be okay with that. Always be charging, remember, ABC. So we're going to try and get to Calais, and then I reckon we'll probably stop there overnight, because if we get there, I mean, it says 4:27, but we pretty much know that's not going to work out for 4:27. Make a note of that. 4:27 it's saying we'll get there, including with the chargers, but we shall see. Make a note of what time we actually do get there, and then I reckon we'll get an early morning ferry, because the ferry is more money tonight. I think it's 160 quid or something, but if I go in the morning it's 80 quid, so I may as well just put the bit I'm spending extra on the ferry to a hotel and get my head down, do a bit of editing. Job's a good one. Onwards, my friends. I I love the French motorways. I am now 130 kilometers per hour, just wafting all the way back right up to Calais. Nothing in front of me, no traffic jams, no potholes. I'm just speeding ahead. Speed, as Jeremy Clarkson says, speed, speed and power. Just not in an EV. He hates EVs, doesn't he? He's actually said he's glad that he's old enough that he'll be dead by the time that EVs come in all the time, permanently. I think you're wrong, Jeremy. I don't think they will. I think there'll be something else. I think there'll be cleaner fuel, cleaner petrol. There'll be e-fuel, which is what Porsche are working on at the moment. I mean, come on, we can't all be driving around in battery-operated cars, can we? Blooming heck. So it's one step up from a Scale Electric. In fact, it is like a Scale Electric, isn't it, right? Porsche will be Scale Electric, okay, or Porsche, whatever you want to call it, Scale Electric. But all the Chinese brands, right, the cheap Chinese EVs will be TCR. Who remembers that when you was a kid at Christmas time? TCR, Total Control Racing. But you wanted a Scale Electric, but basically your parents bought you a TCR and you were like, oh, it's the cheaper version. I think it was the cheaper version anyway. Was it the cheaper version? Let me know in the comment section. Basically, you don't want a Chinese brand car that's built in the same factory as an electric scooter or a Surron that you see all them scallies riding around on. I like Surrons actually, but there we go. Anyway, onwards. Speed camera back there, but my Waze told me that the speed camera was there. Said police reported ahead, which is illegal in France, I was told. I kept getting told by people in the comment section. Now, this is what they said, and I can imagine this is what they speak like. I think you'll find that is illegal to have speed deterrents in France, you know. It's against the law. They're probably Tesla drivers. There will be. There'll be Tesla drivers. There'll have been the kids at school who were the swats who used to get beat up after school, and they used to get the satchels nicked and the hair messed up and tied to a lamppost. I think you'll find it's illegal. So? I'm a rebel. I'm a renegade. Well, even though I wasn't speeding, because I'm basically like Captain Slow.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails.
Now there is a services back there, but I'm not going to stop at that one because I want to cover a bit more ground. We've still got 235 kilometers of range, so let's just pound along there, probably the wrong word to use, and we'll just get some ground covered, and then when we get a bit lower on charge, then we'll stop, and then we'll make most of the time then, have a bite to eat and a little coffee or whatever. I do need a coffee, but I just want to cover more ground. We need to get a move on today. We need to crack on. And in France, as I've said, there's loads and loads of services along the motorways, and they've all got chargers. France is way ahead with their infrastructure, so happy days. Right, come on. I'm going to put my, I've got Road to Hell playing by Chris Rea. Got my playlist playing. As I said in the previous videos, if I can copy that playlist from Apple Music, and you've got Apple Music, I'll put it in the link in the description below, if I can do that. I think I can.
Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn.
Do you not think we've gone a bit backwards in the last few years. We've actually not moved forward, we've gone backwards. Who remembers? There's a Top Gear episode where Jeremy Clarkson took an Audi A8 from London all the way up to Edinburgh, I'm going to say, maybe Edinburgh or Glasgow, I think it was Edinburgh, and then he drove it all the way back, it was a diesel, on one tank of fuel, right? One tank of fuel. So all the way up there and all the way back, one tank of fuel. And we used to have Concorde that got to New York in 3 hours, and it was actually New York to London in less than 3 hours. Now it takes to get to New York 7 hours to 8 hours. Absolutely ridiculous. And when we're driving, if I had to go to Edinburgh, I'd have to charge up probably 3 times to get up there. That's absolute madness. We've gone back in time, haven't we? We've not gone forward, we've not progressed, we've gone backwards. Do you not think, do you agree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like the channel, by the way, and you are new, hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. It's free, it just helps me out and it doesn't cost you a penny, and it pushes all this content out to YouTube. And maybe you've been watching for a while, maybe to put my teeth back in, you've been watching for a while and you're not subscribed. Well, just hit the subscribe button. I think you have to have a Google account, I'm not sure. Google it and then hit the subscribe button, and I'll bring you lots more content. Right, I do need a coffee. 219 kilometers of range left before we charge up again, and we've got 703 kilometers to Calais. I just want to get back on British soil now. I need to get back on British soil. Get me back on, although I'll be whinging when I get back because the roads will be terrible. I mean, look at me, I'm moving, I'm going 130 kilometers per hour, and the road is just open. It's an open road.
Sure. 7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon. Soon we'll be there. Hold on tight. I can smell the shore. It's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky. We just sail with the wind that we've got, and when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers of the shore.
So it's saying go 62 kilometers to A20 L'Occitane. L'Occitane, it's like the shop, isn't it? Is the shop named after that? I guess it is, isn't it? Is that where it originated? The first, you know, the moisturizer and all the stuff. L'Occitane. Do you know what? I sound like, I know where Del Boy's coming from now. Blooming heck, these French names are difficult to pronounce. Right, I need coffee. And the next stop it's saying is in 35 minutes, 61 kilometers. But if we can find somewhere before that, I will stop because I need a coffee and I need a wee. So there we go, TMI. So we've got roadworks now, which are working really well, flowing really well. It's put me onto the opposite side of the road. It's like being back in England again. I'm driving on the left. Apart from the fact is my steering here, lane control or whatever it is whipping the wheel out of my hand because there's a line on this side. So it's yanking. I need to turn that off. It's yanking the wheel off of me, trying to move it away, but I need to be on that white line because it's pushed me over to the edge there. But that is really, stop it. It's pulling the wheel out of my hand. I don't like that. It's the, stop it. How do I turn this off? Lane assist. There we go, lane assist, it's off. That's terrible, it's awful, that is dangerous. It's literally trying to shove me over back into the bollards there, onto the oncoming traffic. Dangerous, all this technology. Right, okay, what have we got now? 593 kilometers to Calais. We are doing good. We're on the home run. We're almost there, the last leg, the home run. And then we can relax and then get on that ferry probably tomorrow morning. I think we shall have a look at prices, etc., and then get on the ferry back to Blighty. It switched itself back on again. Stop it. Tell you what, the French have got the contraflows and the roadworks off to a T. That just worked. It was great. Not like in the UK where on the M62 or the M1 or whatever, they have contraflows and then nothing's happening. I saw all the workmen there getting on with the job. Last time I was on the M62, on the way back from the Lake District, I saw 2 workmen at the side of the road checking the phones. They've just got it going on. It just works. And I know what I can see in the comments. Well, France is twice the size of Britain, but there's half as many people. What it is that the French, they've just got it all on, and they work hard when they're not on strike. Controversial. I'm going to get slated for that now as well. Oh dear. You can't say anything on YouTube, can you? Unless you offend somebody. Well, I can tell you this. As Ricky Gervais says, right? You may find it offensive, but it don't necessarily mean that it is offensive. There we go. Anyway, can't say anything these days. I can. It's my channel. Come on onwards. Lost the plot this morning. I need coffee. I had a comment about that before, actually. Somebody went, you need coffee, you're addicted to it. You're addicted to the caffeine, you should stop drinking that. And then you get another one when you have fish and chips. Have you checked your cholesterol levels? I have, actually, and they're perfect. So fish and chips are obviously good for you. I mean, let's be honest, potatoes are vegetable and fish has got omega-3 in it. I say fish and chips. Healthy eating. Get out of the way! Sacre bleu! Sacre bleu! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Ah! Oh, onwards, my friends!
After 250 meters, leave the roundabout at the first exit onto Avenue Gustave Eiffel.
Right, okay, well, we've got Ionity here. It says I've got another 150 meters, but I think that's probably wrong. Anyway, let's get charged up. It's Ionity. It works with the Porsche charging card. So let's do that and then have a wander around and see whether there's anywhere we can have a bite to eat and a coffee while it's charging. Right, let's get you plugged in. Come on, here we go. That'll do. Can it reach? Will it reach? I think it will. Should have pulled forward a bit more, but there we go. That'll do. Is it in? That's it. Pop it in there. That's what she said. Now let's go and let's go and do the card thing. Right, I've done my card, preparing to charge. Setting up communication with the car. Preparing to charge. Setting up communication with the car. What time are we on now? 10:17. Come on. Charging. We are in business. 10:17. Let's go and have a look around and see what there is. See whether we can get a coffee. See whether there's a boulangerie or anything or something like that. Have a little pastry and have a little coffee. There's a Buffalo Grill, but I think that's probably a bit American. Right, well, there's a garage over here, but I can't see any boulangeries or anything, or a coffee shop. It needs to be a coffee shop or something, doesn't there? There's a hotel next door. I thought it was a garage, but it's not. It's giving the price of the hotel. Right, let's have a wander up this way. There's got to be something. I think I saw something on the way in. We'll leave my car there. That's charging over there. Look at all them. It's busy, isn't it? There's nobody on them Ionity chargers here in England. They'd be full. Maybe I need to cross over and go on the pavement. Might be a good idea. Let's cross over. I can see a patisserie. I think that might do. Not sure about that. That Buffalo Grill looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Maybe, if you've been there and you're from France or you've been here, let me know what it's like. Buffalo Grill. Ah, Restaurant La Patisserie. I don't know whether that's open. Oh, it might be actually. It might be. Ah, I know what it is for the bill as well. I've got my French going on. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. See, I know what's the bill. Right, let's have a wander over here. Right, whoops. There we go. Look at this tractor here. Old tractor. Look at that. Ha! That's not electric, is it? Look at that. That's class. Look at that. I love it. And another one over here. What's this one? What is that? Massey Ferguson. Look at that. Massey Ferguson. Look at that. I think it's a bit broken. It's a doer-upper. I don't know whether this place is open. I just want a coffee. La Patisserie. Is it open? I don't think it is. It looks closed. No, it doesn't look like it's open. I just want a coffee. Right, I don't know whether that's what I'm looking for. It looks a bit like lunch. I just want a coffee. No, I'm not digging that. I just want a coffee. It's like a bit too sit-downy kind of thing. I just want to get a coffee to go and a pastry and get back on the road again. I don't want to be wasting time. I want to get to Calais. Wait a minute! What can I see over there? I hear the voice of angels. Golden Arches! Oh yes, I can have a coffee and a breakfast wrap. If they do them over here, that is. It's different menus, isn't it, for McDonald's everywhere? God, blimey, it's a bit chilly. God, brr, you can tell you're heading back north. Now, I think you'll find Morag would have said, I think you'll find you should have stopped here, because overnight you could have been charging your car in these 22 kilowatt chargers, and you could be charging while you sleep. Even though a diesel car's parked in one of them. I think it's diesel. Right, let's get into Mackie D's. Let's go and have a coffee and a little bite to eat. It's always oh, I always feel at home when I see the Golden Arches. Oh. What's going on? There's no breakfast on here. Why's that? It's only 10:30. I thought it was 11. Is it different out here? I don't want a bloody burger at this time in the morning. Is breakfast not on? That's odd. I think it's because France must have. It's 10:33. I'm sure it's 11 in the UK now. Breakfast. Oh, I'm not having a burger at this time in the morning. That's just wrong. Come on, that's wrong. Right, bingo. The lady helped me actually. There is breakfast available. She didn't speak English, but we managed to get through it. We managed to sort it out. I went, breakfast? She went, huh? I went, breakfast. Why do we do that? It doesn't make it any better, does it? It just does not make it any better. You imagine somebody speaking to you in French and you don't understand French and they just slow it down for you. It still doesn't work, does it? Anyway, let's just get breakfast. I've got a latte. I've got a bacon and sausage, some muffin thing and a coffee. Then we'll get out of here. Oh. So I was trying to translate on my phone, do you have any tomato sauce? And it wasn't working. It translated it into Spanish, even though I asked Siri to translate it into French. That's how good Siri is. I think, do you know what? I understand the French more than I understand Siri. And I'm going, looking at this, and then she went, ketchup. I'm guessing ketchup is the same in French, is it? Anyway, I don't know. Do you know what? We're a bit ignorant, really, the British, aren't we? Because we should learn other languages. I learnt a little bit of French when I was at school, but I never listened. I reckon I'm going to start on long trips. I'm going to put one of them tapes on. It's not tape, is it? A tape. I'm going to put an MP3 on or whatever, and stream sort of like different languages and learn different languages. Tape. That's taking me. That's showing how old I am. Here we go. She's bringing it now. Ah, merci. Merci. Ah, merci. Hey, I tell you what, because I've said I'm going to drink in, I've got a proper cup. It's plastic, you can't take that with you. I've got my ketchup. There we go. Got my tomato ketchup. And I've got my McMuffin, egg and cheese. It doesn't look overly filling, I have to say. In fact, there it is. Oh well, we'll just go with it. Right, here we go. Put a bit of ketchup on here and eat this. Oh, there's already ketchup on it. Oh wow, do you know what? I'm just going to eat it. Taste the coffee. Coffee's good. And that fills a spot, and you know what it is. Right, see you outside. Right, so we're at 98%. I'm going to have to put my hoodie on because it's getting a little bit chilly, I have to say. Gone from being absolutely baking in Spain to being a little bit chilly. And I guess when we get back to the UK, it'll be getting my coat out as well. Anyway, that burger from McDonald's, what can I say about it? Well, it was that one that Michael Douglas held up on Falling Down, where it was like flat and just pathetic. It wasn't that great, to be honest, but it filled a spot. Right, a couple more percent, then we'll get on the way and get our way up to Calais. I've got to say, I've been reading some of the comments when I took the Porsche Taycan, the new Porsche Taycan, for a test drive, and I actually put in the headline, oh my god, it's an Ioniq, the Hyundai Ioniq, as I call them, chronic, from the Netherlands. What was I saying? I've lost my track. Oh, I feel it. Oh, that McDonald's burger's coming back again. I was saying, yeah, I took the can't look at it. Took the new Porsche Taycan for a test drive, and I said it was great, and the amount of negative comments I got in that, because I was like saying, yeah, it was really good. Do you know what? The car itself is fantastic, but the idea of electric, I don't think is, personally. I think it's beyond a joke, really, as my mum used to say. You know, I mean, it has worked a lot better on the way down to Spain using the Porsche charging system, but there's still hiccups with it, and there's still issues with it as well, and that's what annoys me. But some of the comments that are in the comment section made me howl, and I left them in, and viewers of the channel and friends of the channel who appreciate the content that I make was actually having to go back at them, because you'd got a few people saying, I've unsubscribed, as if like they're punishing me. Do you know, I've subscribed to channels before and I've unsubscribed from them, but I never go, I've unsubscribed. What is it that people are doing by trying to say that? Like it's hurting me or something. I actually put back, somebody put back, you don't need to, one of my other viewers put, you don't need to announce your departure, mate, which I thought was funny. And I just put, good to get rid of the deadwood, and because I don't understand it. I love all my viewers, but these people who put I've unsubscribed, I just don't understand it. But there we go. It's crazy. But in fact, I think I on that video I had 37 people unsubscribe, and Geoff put it, Geoff Buys Cars put it on his video and said, oh, he's had 37 people unsubscribe or whatever, or somewhere, or he mentioned I'd got that. What I didn't mention is I also had 200 and odd new subscribers, so I lost the 37 but then got the new ones. But you know what, at the end of the day, it's just a bit of fun. If you enjoy it, then give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you don't watch. I'm just trying to entertain in a world that is a bit crap, really, isn't it, at the moment? So anyway, there we go. We're going to head back. Oh, it's coming up again. Hyundai. I'm going to try and get a shot. I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute. I don't know why I'm whispering, because he probably can't speak English. I'm going to turn the camera and just show you how foul this car looks. It looks like dog sick. Right, we're at 99%. Hello. Hey, look back. Look back. Hello. Ace Hotel. I didn't notice that. You can actually have food from there, desserts, and a little deal going on there. Right, we are at 99%. I'm going to get this thing unplugged in a minute. God, blimey, look at all the flies in front of my car. French flies. What do they say when they go into my car head first? Wee! Wee, French, yes, forget it, that's really bad. I'm going to get this unplugged in a minute. That's worth an unsubscribe. That is so bad, I'm sorry about that. Onwards. Hey, they've gone to walk the dog. Just have a look at this car from the front. It looks horrendous. I can't look myself, otherwise I'll bring my Mackie D's back. Right, charging session completed. I'm going to unplug this, pop this back and get on the road. It probably won't show up. Oh, what is that one now? They look horrible. What is it? Right, I'm going to put this back, and then the costs, I'm going to itemise them all in a separate video at the end, including the toll charges as well. So in another video that I'm going to do when everything comes through, and you'll see what the entire trip has actually cost. So keep an eye out for that one. Right, why do I feel like I'm starting to get surrounded by
Now turn left and then leave the next roundabout at the 4th exit.
Evangelists. That Hyundai Ioniq. Actually, the Renault Megane's not bad, but the Hyundai
Now
Ioniq
turn left and then leave the next roundabout.
is just chronic. It's awful. Right, what have we got now? Let's have a look. We have got an arrival time of 5:31 in Calais, which is 555 kilometres. And we've got 2 more charging stops to do, for goodness sake, and it's 6 hours 22 minutes. So let's get on the road, let's get on the way. But as I say, I'm going to probably just get a hotel tonight because I have got a bit of editing to do, so I can do that, have a beer, and then get on the ferry in the morning. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Jeez, good grief. Right, concentrate. I was on the wrong side of the road. I'm thinking, what is he doing? That is wrong. Right, okay. That's the first time I've done that in the entire trip. Good grief. What a pillock. Do you know what? I've not done that in the entire trip. I've been on the... No, actually I did with Geoff when we came out of the hotel on the first part. Wow. Do you know, that's really annoyed me because I drove for 12 years in the States on this side of the road, and I never drove on the wrong, I never made an error. And I think it's because your wheel is actually on that side. But nuts, right, I'm not going to do that again. That's twice. Me and Geoff came out of the hotel before we went on the bridge, on the viaduct, and we both came out of the hotel on the wrong side of the road. And then since then, I've been absolutely fine, not an issue at all. But just pulling out of there on the wrong side of the road. And I'm looking at the van coming towards me, I'm thinking, what are you doing? And it's my fault. Bad. Slap wrist. Slap wrist. Really annoyed now. I'm not going to do that again. Really annoyed. Done so well. Right, onwards, my friends. Actually, we said that on the last video when I was with Geoff on one of the videos. It says, oh, we were on the wrong side of the road. And somebody actually put in the comments section, and this is, I guess, what you got to be careful with. They spent 3 weeks driving around Europe in their car, and they didn't drive on the wrong. They didn't go wrong. They drove on the correct side of the road. But when they got back into England, then they drove on the wrong side of the road because they were used to driving on the right side, if you know what I mean. So they were actually, when you get back to the UK, so when you get back to the UK, you've got to get your mindset again. Maybe they should just standardise the entire world. How many countries in the world drive on the same side of the road as the UK? Are there more drive on the same side as us, or are there more drive on the same side as Europe and America, etc.? I know Australia are on the same side as us. So's Kuala Lumpur, so's Hong Kong. So how many actually do that? Triv question for you. How many people drive on the same side of the road as us, and how many people drive on the opposite side of the road? Pop that one in the comments section. Right, bit of an update for you. 296 kilometers of range left. We have got 492 kilometers to Calais. To our next charging stop, which is Total Energies, is 195 kilometers. It's also telling us we're going to need another charging stop as well along the way, and we're going to get to Calais around about 5:29, 5:30. It's probably going to be a little bit after that, dependent upon charging time, etc. And it's now 11:47, so we're doing good for time, I have to say. By the way, I will say, I hope we don't get caught in traffic round the edge of Paris. I have to say, the French who I've met so far been very, very polite, very, very friendly. I know they get a bit of a bad rap. Don't take on board by what Parisians are like, because they're a little bit more, oh, you know, sacre bleu. What does that mean? Tell me in the comments. I'm probably swearing. Tell me what that means in the comment section. But they're a little bit more, you know, it's like London, isn't it? You go to London and they're a bit ruder, I would say, a bit more brash, not rude, brash, like New Yorkers, brash, you know. But out in the countryside and in the sticks, they're different, they're relaxed, they're all chilled and cool. So there we go. Right, 130 kilometers per hour. Let's get our foot down and let's get on the way. And I've been warned of a few speed cameras. I think you'll find that's illegal, MacMaster. You're breaking the law. I reckon it's time for a Kit Kat. Let's hope I don't spill it down my blooming white top. You know I will. There'll be a crumb get there and it'll melt away. Anyway, what have we got now? We are 411 kilometers from Calais. So we're doing all right, we're doing good, and it's 12:30 and it's saying we're going to get there for 5:15. So it might be time for a little baguette along the way. I think that's a Spanish Kit Kat. Whew. I've got to tell you, driving in this rain, the road surface is bringing up lots of spray, and it's taking some concentration. I've got to say, we've got another 317 kilometers to get to Calais now, which is 3 hours 59 minutes. The lorries are the ones that are the pain in the backside. And I know I've got some lorry drivers, but put some mud flaps on your lorries. I love you, really. It's just, oh man, it's a nightmare. Just passing another English car, English number plate there, Toyota with a big UK badge on the back. It's not GB anymore, is it? It's UK. We lost the GB. I wonder why. Probably because it's not great anymore. Ha! People are said when I said that last time, take the great out of Britain. How dare you? Britain is still great. Is it? Some parts. Anyway, come on. Let's get there. Gonna have to stop off at 2 more charging stops. And it looks like it's taking me through the centre of Paris this time, which I'm not pleased about. So I might have to have a look at that. Right, I've got to say, I want to get away from this lorry because I don't like being in their blind spot. There we go. Feel safer. I always sort of like get a bit of a speed on past of a lorry because they always tend to, I feel they're going to pull out. They just can't see me, but there we go. Right, let's pull back in again. Okay. Blimey. Oh, another lorry. Blooming heck. I tell you what, it's a lot easier to travel on a, is it a Sunday when lorries with non-perishable goods can't be on the roads? It's way easier. Oh, blimey. Right, let's get past this one. Let's get past him. I don't like being at the side of him. Come on.
Please drive to the left after 1 kilometre.
I'll be ready for him.
And continue to follow the E05 towards Villejuif.
Villejuif. Villejuif. What did it? What's all the names? Villejuif. Follow the A6A to Villejuif. Villejuif. Right, I need a beer when I get to wherever my destination is. Uh-oh, traffic jams, here we go. Good grief. Can I just say, right, to people who, where's this bloody lorry going? Right, people in France, especially Paris, who ride motorcycles, are you mental? Are you mental? And the moped people, they just weave in and out. You crackers, sacre bleu. I still don't know what that means. I've had enough for driving now, I've got to say. In fact, I'm absolutely, I'm just exhausted with it all. I'm not tired, by the way, before I start going, I think you're fine, you shouldn't be driving when you're tired. I'm not tired, I'm exhausted. My tongue's even got a little spot on it, look. Like a little, one of them little spots that I get when I need to go to bed for about 4 days. My advice, if you want to drive down in an electric car to Spain in Benidorm, or a diesel car or a petrol car, is just get an aeroplane. Just drive to the airport and just get an aeroplane. It's a lot easier and it's a lot cheaper. That's my advice. That's actually what I've learnt from this trip. Just get on an aeroplane. And if you want to drive when you're down there, just hire a car. Right, it's rerouted me. I can see the Eiffel Tower now. That's not what I want to see.
To drive to the right.
Not in my car anyway. Don't want to be going through Paris. I don't want to go through Paris. But I can see the Eiffel Tower. Just looks like the Blackpool Tower, but a little bit bigger. I'm going to say this is not an ideal situation. I mean, I'm sure Paris is a lovely place, but I don't want to see it from inside my car. Tell you what, the air must be thinner in Paris because all these people on mopeds, it's about to take me wing mirrors off. Bloody nuts. They're just literally zipping in and out like nutters. I'd love to come back to Paris on a plane or a train. At least I saw the Eiffel Tower, which I've been up before anyway. Look at them. Look at them, for goodness sake, man. Just get in line. What's with them four-wheeled scooters? I mean, yeah, that's just cheating. That's like a thin car. That is cheating. It's cheating. 2 wheels or no deal. All right. And the mopeds that are 3 wheels, there's one come by with 1 wheel on the back and 2 on the front. That's not right either. That's just a back to front Robin Reliant. A thin one.
Please follow the road for 3 kilometers.
I do not want to be in Paris right now. This is not an ideal situation at all, believe me. Believe me. I know my sister Janet would be saying, well, you've never been here before. If she takes the wrong turn, she just goes, oh, well, you've never been here before, we'll have a look around. That's not what, I'm not like that. I know Janet's probably watching this. I'm not like that, Janet. I just want to get to where I'm going. In fact, I want to get back to England now. I've had enough. I want to go home. I want to go home. I've just had enough. It's doing my head in. It's now saying 5:42 when we get to the blooming ferry. And this is rerouting me so I can charge up. I'm shackled to the charging system. Look at them! You bloody nuts! You crackers, you're off your bloody head case, you nutters! You bloody French bloody frog nutters! I have driven in London. I have driven in Los Angeles. I have driven in Vegas. I've driven in New York City. And never have I ever noticed anybody and seen anybody drive motorcycles or mopeds like that. You are off your heads. You are literally off your heads. You are literally organ donors. If any French motorcyclists are watching or moped drivers are watching, you're crackers. You're absolutely nuts. Put in the comment section what your off your head is in French. Absolutely nuts. You don't ride like that. I said ride, not drive. Jeez Louise, right, okay, well, it's brought me to the charger, which is not far away now, but the problem is, it's taken up now. It says 0 of 1 available.
Please
So,
keep right after 250 meters and turn left immediately.
okay. Right, okay. I've got to concentrate. Geez, right, I hope they've got a toilet because I need a wee. So I'm going to wait for him to charge. I'm going to turn this off, see if there's a toilet. I'll catch you in a minute. Right, I can't get this in English. And I'll just put the card near it. I need a wee as well. There's no toilet. So I'm going to have to get in the back seat where I've got blacked out windows and have a wee in a bottle. Right, I think that says all right. Authorise, that'll do, but my charger's on the other side. Now it's not going to fit. No. Damn it. Right, it's used my Porsche charging card, but I've had to move my car forward, put that over the bonnet because you can only come in this way. I'm sure the evangelist will have something to say about it. I need a wee. There's another guy trying to get in here to charge his car up. I need a wee. I'm gonna have to go in the back seat. I've got blacked out windows and he's trying to use the air now, I think. And I'm gonna have to have a wee in a bottle because there's no toilet here. I don't like Paris. I don't want to come back unless it's on a train or a plane. Oh, blooming heck, I need a wee. Go. Oh, I need a wee. Oh, that's better. Oh, good gracious. I knew these blacked out windows would come in handy. Oh, that's better. Oh yeah. I tell you what, I can't believe I'm showing you this, but I'm going to share this with you, right? This is what owning an electric car is really like, okay? It's brought me into the centre of Paris to charge my car with one charger. There's no toilet, right? I hope nobody thinks that that is Fanta Orange, because they'll have a little bit of a shock. So I got my blacked out windows right in the back. I thought, I've got to have a wee. Got my blacked out windows in the back. Then have a look at this. I made a little curtain. I got my coat there, look, in there. So, and I got my tissues to dab the drips. Right, let's get out of here. That's enough charge. Come on, stop. I might need to stop it on there. Have I stopped it on there? Charge to my knee. That's it, right? Okay. Get out. There we go. Right, now I'll lift that over the bonnet. There we go. Get in there. Get in. Right, if this isn't proof enough that people who are pushing electric cars on us are taking the piss out of us, literally, onwards. Oh, we are. Yes, we're out of that hellhole. I'm sure it's not a hellhole if you're not driving in it, but good grief. Woo. Okay, well that was an experience to say the least. Not one that I'd want to do again particularly, but there we go. It's something that I remember forever, and I'm pretty sure you will as well, seeing my Tizer coloured wee-wee. Anyway, on that bombshell onwards. Good grief. Fancy not having toilets in the services. What's all that about? Even one of the French guys said, when I went in, I said, is there any toilets? And she was like, she didn't know. And this guy who was French, who spoke very good English, he says, no, they haven't, my friend. He said, but they, he says, I don't know why. I've asked myself. So there you go. Put toilets in your services, and then we won't have to pee in a bottle. I really hope nobody drinks that Fanta, because it's going to be a little bit spicy, to say the least. Be a little bit lively. It'll probably be 80% Jameson onwards.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow. Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't trade your...
Okay, a bit of an update. So we've got 162 kilometers left of range. We've got 133 kilometers to the ferry, but I need to put some charge in because when I get to Dover, I'm going to need some charge. We've got 1 hour and 30 minutes, it says, to get to Calais. The question is, do I actually get a ferry tonight, or do I get a ferry tomorrow? Well, I'm going to figure that one out when I get there and look at the prices, etc. It might be, like I say, I just get a hotel in Calais and then get a early morning ferry back to Dover and then drive all the way up. I've got to nip in and see my daughter Paige, who will be at my ex-wife's house, and do a little bit of editing, and then I should be on my way up to Leeds after that, and then back down again to the launch day, the launch evening at Porsche Nottingham for the new Porsche Taycan, which they've invited me to. And I thought, you know what, I shall go to that, but I'm gonna have to drive because there's free champagne on flow, which is unfortunate, and some canapes, which is the basically leftover christening food. So there we go. Anyway, we need to stop for a charge in, let's have a look, 11 kilometers in 7 minutes. Might give me a chance to have a little drink or something and a little snackette. I haven't had anything since McDonald's this morning, and that was a bit naff, wasn't it, to be honest?
Try so hard to get there, and we might be lost, but not forever. There's things in life you simply need to know, like sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and one.
Right, okay, here we go. Fastened. Let's go and get the car charged up, and then gonna go for a wee, not in a bottle this time, in the toilet. Milk flow off. What time are we on? 4:52, and we have 145 miles of range and 42% of battery. Right, it is raining, so I'm gonna put you back in the car because this is gonna get wet through. I'll see you inside. 147 kilowatts. Come on, I think that's about as much. Oh, 149. Oh, what's it doing? What is it doing? Don't error on me. Don't you error on me. That's it, 148. So you might have a canopy on the charging thing, but you've still got to run over to go to the services. because they stuck out the way. Unbelievable. Oh man, what a journey. Next time I'll fly, and if I drive, I'll do it in a diesel. I've always said, inside these services, they sell absolute garbage. What are these? Who would buy these? Look at this as well. Reminds me of going back in time. What my dad used to use. He used to keep them in the car. Like a fold-out map. And my mum used to fold it out and, oh, well, we need to go left here, Johnny. We need to go right here. Good. Does people still use them? I just want some Monster Munch, get me back to England. I want some pickled onion Monster Munch. These will have to do for now. And a quick drink and then back to the car. And let's get to Calais. Hang on a minute. Vico Monster Munch. What is that? This is not real Monster Munch. That's strange, but it's nothing like it, is it? Well, I think I'll give that a miss. They look like ghosts, not monsters. Jeez, how heavy is that door? How strong are the French? Right, back to the car. Let's get this unplugged and get to Calais. Right, let's get back on the road. Good grief. Oh man, that is mad. Okay, so 85%, 302 kilometres of range, 120 kilometres to Calais. Onwards, my friends.
Sleepless nights and wandering before you make it safely to the end. The end.
What was all them Monster Munch about? They weren't blooming Monster Munch then. That was a cheap imitation, that was.
To turn off to the right.
Off to the right? 2.2 kilometres. Do you know what's a waste of plastic? I'm going to pull back in here. Is the top off of a Pringles. You just chuck it away, don't you? And then you've still got your paper on the top. And we're messing around with paper straws. Get rid of the Pringles tops and bring back plastic straws. That's what I say. I get this top off of the. Can't get the top of the Pringles. There we go. That's it. I'll have a Pringle.
Close. Don't wish for indifference. You're not one of those. We fall, but we always rise up through it all. We get a little wiser. There's things in life you simply need to know. But sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering before you make it safely to the end. The end, the end. And if you ever wonder, there is nothing wrong with a little thunder. There's things in life you simply need to know. About sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering before you make it safely to the end. The end. There's things in life you simply need to know. About sun and rain and trust in letting go. It takes a bit of suffering, sleepless nights and wandering before you make it safely to the end. Before you make it safely to the end. The end, the end.
Right, I've managed to book a ferry for tonight for 7:35, so we can get on the ferry and get back to the UK. I was going to stay, but you know what, I just want to get home. I just want to get back on British soil. Never thought I'd say that. So let's get on this ferry, DFDS. Come on, let's be having you. Right, this wasn't the best idea, because now I've come to the wrong bloody side. Hang on. I'll come out. Bonjour, I'll come out 1 second. Sorry.
I just need your passport, sir.
Oh, my passport.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Merci.
Lane 1118, please.
11.
Yeah, 1118.
11:18. Merci. Oh, jeez. Okay, lane 11:18. Let's go. Let's go. Lane 11:18. Let's go. England, 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 England. British Border Force, this is taking the longest. Probably be quick. Would it be quicker just chucking my passport away and getting a dinghy in? Jeez. Probably would. And I'd get a hotel. I've got to pay for Premier Inn when I get there. I'd get one for free. And I'd get my mobile phone paid for. In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to leave my keys here and just do that. Right, we're just waiting for the ferry now. 6:57 and we've got 35 minutes to wait. Well, 35 minutes before it departs. Can't figure out though where the cars actually go. We're all lined up here, but I just want to get on now and get back to Blighty. God, blimey. That was a long journey and it ain't finished yet. I'm going to take you on the ferry with us, so don't go anywhere. Right, okay, we're on board. Parked up. Get my coat, because I think I'm going to need that for the English Channel. And we'll get a few shots outside and see what it looks like. Tell you what, I won't be having any of the food after what I experienced with Geoff on the way here. No thanks, overpriced and garbage. Right, let's get on deck, onwards. Oh, right, we're on deck and we're going to head back to England. Onwards, my friends.
I go home alone tonight. Truth unfolds to me tonight. Leave behind my safe escape, collide my walls, and all my troubles sail away.
God, it's windy. We're going to set sail in a minute. Looks like the ferry was built in China there. There we go. Right, isn't everything? It's like all the electric cars. Let's get on the way. Good grief, it's windy.
Save me, now I'm ready to be falling, to be living, come and save me.
Goodbye, France. What a journey that was. Homeward bound.
Send a memory to save when going home alone.
There she is, England. Right, back down to the car and let's get out of here. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Whoa. Oh, I don't feel good actually. It's not. I'm not good on ferries, on water. Ships, water, ferries, boats. It's not for me. Back to the car. Actually, I've come back out because you can see them. Here we go. Look at this, England.
From a mountain, come and save me. Send a carpet, send a wave, send a memory to save when going home alone. I'm going home alone to save me. Save me.
Come on then. You're from Blackpool, aren't you?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Where have you been?
Benidorm.
Benidorm.
We've been to Benidorm, but we've had a nightmare, haven't we?
What did you go on the coach?
We went on the coach,
And I had a car.
then we hired a car, an
Yeah.
electric car that kept running out.
You hired an electric car?
Yes.
No.
It gave us half an hour and it broke down.
This is an electric car video.
Oh, no
What?
way.
Because I've literally, this is the video of me coming back in an electric car.
Wow. Our electric car, it was full. It gave us an hour, didn't it, on the motorway. Every stop that we stopped at,
Yeah.
couldn't get the...
Couldn't charge
You
it.
couldn't charge it.
What would you
There
say
were no chargers.
about electric cars?
The
I like that. Say it again.
The
What do you think of electric cars?
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
Should be banned.
That
Never-
should be banned.
Never get an
Should be
electric
banned.
car.
Yeah.
Never get.
Never ever get an electric car. You're not going to get to where you want to go to.
Right, I'll see you later.
Right, nice to
See you
meet you.
later.
Take care.
Nice to meet you. Bye bye.
too. Bye.
See you later.
Mr. Walk in the Wild Side.
Walk on the wild side.
You're amazing.
He is, Mr. Stephen himself.
There
There we go.
Amazing.
See
Take
you
care,
later.
love.
Bye bye. There you go. They've hired an electric car and they said they're rubbish. Right, let's get back to my electric car. my friends, well, there you go. Benidorm all the way back to Dover here in the UK, which is wet. The Porsche Taycan there made it. It did take a little bit of stress, and it's probably took a few years off my life as well. I'm stopping here tonight in the Premier Inn Hotel. I'm going to get my head down, have a few beers, quickly edit a video for tomorrow. And that's all from me today. If you did enjoy the videos, then do give us a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. What weather. I think I might get a plane back to Benidorm. Bye bye.